The query step is a very versatile step. It can be used to select, filter, sort, and create new columns as well as join tables. Let's see how we can use it to select columns and change their order and attributes. To create a new floor, use the SAS Studio toolbar and select New Floor. Add the Cars SAS table to the new floor by clicking Libraries in the navigation pane and expanding SAS Help. Right-click the Cars table and select Add to Floor. Alternatively, you can drag the Cars table onto the floor canvas. On the floor canvas, right-click the Cars table node and select Add a Query. The node details show the options for the query node when selected. The Select tab is selected by default and can be used to state and order the columns for the output table. You can also rename a column, add a label, and apply or change a format or in format. In the Columns pane on the left, expand T1 Cars and review the columns from the input table. Double-click Origin to add it to the Select tab. We also want the following columns added to the output table: Make, Model, MSRP, Invoice, MPG_City, and MPG_Highway. In the Filter field of the Columns pane, enter M. It is not case sensitive. This shows all column names that begin with M. Right-click T1 Cars and select Add Columns to add all columns that begin with M to the Select tab. You can add columns to the Columns subtab in several ways. To add individual columns, you can double-click or drag and drop the column, or you can right-click the column and select Add Column. For multiple columns, you can use the Ctrl or Shift keys on your keyboard to select multiple columns and then add them to the Select tab. Click Clear Filter Text in the Filter field to return to the full list of columns in the Columns pane. Drag the Invoice column to the Select tab until the mouse pointer changes to Insert and drop the column. Right-click the Invoice column on the Select tab and select Move Up to move the Invoice column up by one spot. Repeat until the Invoice column is directly below the MSRP column. Add a label to the MSRP row of Manufacturer's Suggested Retail Price, open bracket, $, close brackets. Click Change Format in the MSRP row and expand Numeric. Select Comma and assign an overall width of 8. Click OK. Add a label to the Invoice row of Invoice, open brackets, $, close brackets. Click Change Format in the Invoice row and expand Numeric. Select Comma and assign an overall width of 8. Click OK. Click Run Entire Flow. Once the flow is completed successfully, click the Output port of the query node. Notice that the port is shaded, indicating that data is available. In the node details, select Preview Data and confirm that the table contains 7 columns and that the formats and labels have been applied. To view the labels instead of the column names, click More Options in the table viewer and select Show Labels. To have a concise and meaningful table name instead of the lengthy generated name, please add a table node to the Output port of the query node. To save the flow, click Save on the Flow toolbar, expand Folder Shortcuts and select the VS folder. In the Name box, enter Manage Columns and click Save.